Good morning. My name is Bohdan Fashtek, and today we are going to speak about 10 cool ideas for ESL listening. I usually work with my favorite book called How to Teach Listening by J.J. Wilson to grab some ideas. And today we will use it as a handbook with short comments from me. The first cool trick to use from this book is a story told twice. I love it. The idea is simple. The teacher tells the story twice. The second time, a number of details are changed. Students have to listen carefully and note down these changes. Then they compare the changes in pairs. It gives you a perfect opportunity to skip motivating students to listen and to learn the vocab they don't want to, because in this task, their attention is concentrated on the differences. To understand that the differences are there, they would go and check the word, or at least ask the partner. That brings a really cool result to the table. The second one is not her, not him. How does it work? Each group is given 12 pictures of people. Every picture must be on a separate sheet of paper. The teacher then describes one of the people slowly, without telling the students which one. Students must guess who it was, in pairs or individually. This listening model has a bit more narrow application because you can't practice everything in this format. However, practicing appearances, adjectives, and functional language there is a perfect thing to do, especially if you want to make the creative exercise after by creating a story based on information about these people. The third one is Dicta clause. The teacher reads the passage at full speed several times. After a few readings, in which the students make notes, the task is to work in groups to reproduce the first version of the passage. In the end, students compare their version with the original. This one is my favorite since you can do whatever you want with that. They produce the language, before that they practice listening. As well, students learn to merge their notes and make something in the output. Just a pure joy for everyone. The fourth one is grading dictation. The activity keeps the students out of robot mode by asking them to evaluate the sentences they hear. So teacher reads, for example, I get up before 6 a.m. And the student should write how frequently it happens. So fast note taking is a must here. You just can't do anything if you don't do that. As well, they'll need to imagine you in different situations and do it quite fast. Adverbs of frequency are learned super well here, but it depends on the level. The fifth one here is running dictation. Some people say that students must get up at least once a lesson to make the learning a bit more effective. All people need movement. The idea is simple. A text is stuck on the wall outside the classroom or out of view of the students. Students decide who will be the runner and who the scribe. The runner goes to the wall, memorizes a chunk of text, runs back, and dictates it. Try that, and you'll not regret. The next one is genre transfer. In some way, it is similar to the first idea of ours. Students listen to the story a couple of times and note down maximum amount of information. Then, students must refashion the text by transferring it to a different genre. So, pre-teaching and general understanding of how different genres work is a must. So it can work for a bit higher levels. But this project sounds amazing. Students take a lot of notes, try to grasp the main idea, a new vocab, and after that they rewrite the same plot into different genres. The seventh is break it down task. Amazing stuff for taking notes and learning to be concise and good in written communication. At first, students listen. Then, the first student writes a summary of the listening in 50 words. The second student should rewrite it and cut it down to 30 words. And finally, this summary is handed to the first writer who will cut it to 20 words. This exercise is quite hard to do, so you need to be very attentive while implementing it at first. But later, the results are stunning. The eighth is inside the song. Students listen to a song. Then students write a letter, diary entry from a character in the song. After that, students compare their answers and ideas. Of course, it's a productive task. First of all, students must discuss what kind of music is that, what lyrics are about, and what stories can lie behind those lyrics. That means absolutely creative thing. As an example, I always bring this film, Last Christmas, that tries to uncover the famous Christmas song from an unusual perspective. Sound effects story is also a productive task, and it brings wonderful discussions. So, the students hear some sequenced sound effects. They hear different sounds and then build a story around those sounds. Some people could agree that it is a one-time task, and I would agree. But it brings fascination to our students, and why not to try it at least once a course? And the last one, the course Vision On, Sound Off. How does it work? The students watch a short section without sound. They guess the gist of the scene and the words being spoken. Then they write the text that could have been uttered. Of course, students love it. They can suggest funny things alongside practicing grammar and vocabulary. Comparison after this group work will bring joy to everyone, especially when they will hear the original and will be surely surprised. That's all for now. Hopefully, it was a pleasure. Use the techniques and see you later.